Hi guys! Today I thought I would do a craft tutorial for you because I keep saying I'm going to do them and then I never do. I've actually had the materials to make this one since like the beginning of first semester, which was like 6-7 months ago now. So, you know, I figured it was time. This is the original project that I did. This is actually my jewelry box. It's got like drawers and stuff, but I completely refinished it, and as you can see, the top is the cover of Pride and Prejudice. And I know a couple people on Twitter asked me how I did it, and I never really explained it. So I thought I could kind of go through the process of making this today. So I'm going to show you how to make a sort of mini version of this. This is actually what I keep all of my change in when I come home. I just put my change in this container. But it is a little trinket box that you can put any book cover on. I just chose Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell because I'm really loving that book. And yeah, it opens up, and on the inside of mine, actually, I put some little book pages just to spice up the inside, but that's all obviously optional, as are the stripes. You could just do plain background. It's completely up to you. It's really easy to customize, and it's actually a really easy project. I think anybody could do it. So if you're interested in learning how to make this, keep watching.
So for this project, you're going to need a small wooden box, unfinished. You can get it at most craft stores. I think they're about $2. Some Mod Podge, a scissors, a pencil, some painter's tape, some paint in any colors you choose, and a paintbrush, and of course a printout of whichever book cover you choose to use. Now we're going to take some painter's tape and basically mask off all of the metal on the box just to make sure you don't get any paint on it. Afterwards, you should have it all finished like this. And then I'm going to take some white paint and just cover the entire outside of the box with that white paint. And I actually had to do 2 coats. I only showed one here, but you could do one if you like the look of the wood showing through, but I liked how 2 coats looked, so that is what I chose to do. Then I'm going to take some more painter's tape on my cutting mat, and I'm using an X-Acto knife for this, but you could use a scissors, and basically just cut that strip in half to make some thinner strips to apply to the sides of the box. So as you can see, I'm just using those strips to evenly space along the sides, sort of like a stencil, so we can use that black paint later and go around the entire box like so. And I kind of like a rustic finish, so I didn't bother to wash out all the white paint in my brush, but you could definitely do that if that's what you prefer. I just liked sort of that homemade sort of style. Then when you're finished, just peel off all that tape around the box. You might have to do a few touch-ups here and there with some paint, but for the most part, it worked pretty well. Next, I'm going to paint the entire inside of the box a black color. Obviously, this is all optional. You don't have to do this because it's really not going to be visible, but I think it'll add a little something special to the inside, especially if you add book pages later like I did. Then you're going to take that box, make sure the edges are completely dry before you do this, and then basically set it over your image, and you're going to take a pencil and just trace around the edge until you're happy with the shape you get. Then take a scissors or an X-Acto knife and cut that out. Or if you're smart, you could just print it to the exact size you need. I didn't know exactly the size of mine, so I had to kind of guess. Then I'm going to take just some Mod Podge. This is actually made specifically for paper, but you can use any kind, and just put a thin layer across the top. I do it in both directions just to make sure it's really in all those grooves. Then just lay your image on top, make sure it's centered, and then get out all those air bubbles from underneath it. Then we're going to work on the inside once it's dry. Going to cut out 2 pages from any old book. I know everybody hates me when I do this, but I have a spare book and I'm going to use it. And then just repeat the same thing from the bottom on the top. Then lastly, I'm just going to go over the top again with a coat of Mod Podge just to seal it all in. And I did the same thing on the inside, I just didn't show it.
Yeah, so this is the finished product up close. Yeah, you could pick any book cover, obviously, if you didn't want to have it horizontally. You could do like I did with my Pride and Prejudice one and have it vertical, show the entire book cover. It really just depends on the size of your box and what you're thinking of doing for your crafts. I hope that you like this project, and if you try it out and you like your results, you should tweet them at me. If it wasn't too horrible, maybe I will continue doing more of these. But this was just a quick little project. Finished it in about 30 minutes. I think anybody could do this on a free afternoon for a nice little keepsake for your room or whatever. Also probably maybe for a gift if you know somebody that likes books. Anyway, that is all I have for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!